Hello everyone, welcome back to Cybertix. So we have came so far in this TryHackMe advent of cyber, but we haven't seen some of the topics related to penetration testing field. Well, today they have came up with an amazing and advanced pen test topic in the daytime challenge that is about the SQL injection vulnerability. So let's see how we can exploit it and understand different aspects of this vulnerability. So let's start with our day 10 challenge where we are going to learn about SQL injection. But before that, let's just understand the TryHackMe cyber of advanced scenarios over here. The best festival company started receiving many reports that their company website, bestfestival.thm, is displaying some concerning information about the state of the Christmas this year. After looking into this matter, Santa Security Operations Center, that is SSOC, confirmed that the company's website has been hijacked and ultimately defaced, causing this significantly reputational damage. To make matter worse, the web developer team has been locked out to the web server as the user credentials has been changed. With no other way to revert these changes, Elf exploit Macred has been tasked with attempting to hack back into the server to regain access. So let's just see about how it is looking like that. So let me just cancel it. Okay, this is the website and our today's task, which is going to over here. And you can see the website has been defaced where they had make some crosses and make some another kind of words they had been used. Our mischievous elf has hard work and over sending you terrible greetings and holidays cheers, and they had made a cross over here. So you have to perform a proper website infrastructure over here. So let's just understand about what is SQL injection over here, because of the today's task we have to understand it properly. So SQL stands for structured query language, is essential for working with relational database and building dynamic website. Even if you never explicitly used SQL before, chances are you frequently interact with databases. Whether you are checking your bank account balance online, before browsing through products on an e-commerce website, or posting a status on social medias, you are indirectly querying and altering databases. SQL is one of the most popular languages that is make it possible. And now let's just understand about the PHP. As you can see that this the customer is the table where the table has these particular IDs: customer ID, first name, last name, address, email address. Similarly, order is the table where order ID, customer, product order, total paid. Product is also a table where product ID is unique. Product name contains string, description a string, and price as integer. These are the types. So suppose let's just take an example over here. So ornament ID where they are given an ID, elf IDs, colors, categories, materials. These are the particular columns and these are the details of it. So suppose if I say that select star from table name where material is equal to wood. So it will go to this particular column and then it will check where the wood is. So if the particular value has been matched, it will retrieve this particular row completely. That is the it has the elf ID, color, tree, where the wood is your material and the date created and the price of it. And similarly, like other way, we can ask the query where search for that particular table ornaments where elf ID is 102. So obviously it is going to check 102 over here, but there are total two elf IDs over here. So how we can check it? So select ornament ID, color, category, and elf ID. So it will only retrieve these two values, but selected columns only where they had given over here. That is color, categories, and table ornaments only. So, and also this particular select statement will return the ornaments created by the elf with the ID 102, unlikely the first statement. This query only returns the ID, color, and category, which I said you earlier. So now let's just understand about what do we mean by PHP. PHP is a popular general purpose scripting language that plays a crucial role in web development. It enables developers to create dynamic and interactive websites by generating HTML content on the server and delivering it to the client's web browser. PHP versatility and seamlessly integration with SQL databases make it more powerful for building feature-rich dynamic web applications. So, let's just understand about what do we mean by SQL injection. But before that, let's just see how this SQL query is getting work with the PHP over here. So, I have created a variable over here that is $query, which has been written in a PHP language, and I am running a passing a query over here. Select star from table name where color is equal to green. Now it will be passed to this particular variable, and this variable has been entered in this particular function SQL SRV query function, where they had used another variable also plus with the your queries. So in the above snippet we have seen SQL query into a variable name query, which I said you. This query instructs the database to retrieve all the rows from the table ornaments table where the color column is set to green. When we use this particular function, that is SQL SRV query function, to execute this query by passing it to the database connection to the object con. Okay, you can think of the result variable as a container that holds the output of the SQL query, allowing you to iterate through the number of rows and access the data within this row. Later in this script, you can use this result object to fetch and display data, making it crucial part of the process when working with the database. So also we can use a get based request over here. So when I use a dollar color, which is a variable, and dollar get based request with the particular color, so it will retrieve the color, but in the backend it is going to use this particular uh, SQL query. That is SQL query is the variable. Select star from table name where color. It will going to get some color which is the user input. So suppose if I tell it red color, so it will look for the database where the red color is, and it will search and it will be displayed over here in the result one. So like this way. So suppose if I say that let's just say the color is green, it will go get into the get command, and in the backend it will be used in SQL queries like this way. Select star from table ornaments where color is equal to green. So obviously we have the value of the green, so it will display the green color. Now let's just understand about the SQL injection over here. So taking in user supplied input gives us powerful way to create dynamic content, but failing to secure this input correctly can expose a critical vulnerability that which we known as SQL injection. SQL injection attack is an unique technique that exploits how web application handles user input, particularly in SQL queries. Instead of providing legitimate input like the ornament color in the example above, the attacker injects malicious SQL statements into the web application's input fields or parameter. The application's database server then executes this rogue SQL query. So let's just start with our today's task because we have learned too much of things over here. So, but before that, I will show you about how the SQL injection works. If you have not checked out my previous video where I have explained about what is SQL injection, their different types, and even I have explained about SQL injection automation, you can check out in the description, as well as the link will be given in the I button, so you can access it. So let's just focus into this particular uh, task. So color which we had explained to you over here. Now suppose what if I enter a particular SQL injection payload. Now how does it works? So it will be single quotes, or 1 is equal to 1, which is always being going to true because 1 is equal to 1, right? And then we are commenting in a database. So in SQL the commenting looks like this way, hyphen hyphen and then a single quote over here. So they had explained you over here what does it mean. So hyphen or is a part of injected code where or is a logical operator in the SQL that allows multiple conditions. In this case, the SQL injection code appends a secondary where condition in the query. 1 is equal to 1 is the condition following in the OR operator. The condition is always true because in SQL 1 is equal to 1 is a simple equality check where the left and right side are equals. Since 1 and 1s are always equals to 1, this condition always evaluates as true. This hyphen hyphen at the end inputs the comment in the SQL injection. So let's just understand how it is going to work over here directly. So if I post this particular payload in the URL, In the backend, it will be going and it will look like this: select star from table ornaments table, where color is equal to single quotes. Now, this single quotes has been completed the one particular statement, or it means that there is another query which is 1 is equal to 1, which is always true. If the value is always true, it will retrieve all the values of in the database. So as it has given, even if you try to give a color green, it will show you all the colors, because 1 is equal to 1 is always true. So they had given the more details which I had explained you. So what do we mean by stack queries? So SQL injection attacks can come in various forms. A technique that often gives an attacker a lot of control is known as a stack query. Stack queries enables attacker to terminate the original query and execute additional SQL statements in a single injection, potentially leading to more severe consequences such as data modifications and call to stored procedure or function. So it means that once the SQL command has been completed, we can append your own SQL queries in the particular SQL injection vulnerability. This is look like this, where after the single quotes and semicolon, one SQL statement has been completed, and we are using another SQL query that is insert into the table name, where elf id, color, category, material, prices, these are the columns, and we are adding another value that is 109 evil red, broken candy cane coal, and price is $99.99. So this is how it looks. So let's just start with the SQL injection vulnerability. As you know that there is a SQL injection vulnerability over due to which this site defacement has been performed. So let's just directly jump over here and see how we have to perform this particular attack. So let me get back to over here and see if we have any kind of issue or not. So we they have start my gift search. Okay, so in the search operator it will be going to use like this. Let me just get some particular budget. Okay, we had get some particular budgets, and there is much more information based on the particular interest which we had given, where the age is child, interest is toys, and the budget is 50. Now let's just move to our questions for now and see. So manually navigate the defaced website to find a vulnerable search form. What is the first web page you can came across that contains the gift finding feature? So this is the gift finding feature. So let me just move back over here. Okay, gift search.php. So let me just copy it slash gift search.php. Yes, we have solved this question. Analyze the SQL error message that is written. What ODBC driver is being used in the backend of the website. Now, how to exploit it? To detect the SQL injection vulnerability, we simply had to add a particular single quotes over here. So for the detection of SQL injection, let me just put single quote. Okay, from the server side, it doesn't understand this particular query where the single quote has been used. So it has given a database query error. You can see error array with the 0 and some stack trace error message where SQL state. And we have come to know that we are using a Microsoft SQL database, that is MS SQL database over here, where the ODBC driver version is 17 for SQL server over here. So let me just copy it. Okay, inject the 1 is equal to 1 condition into the gift search form. What is the last result written in the database? So let me use this particular okay, yeah, okay, I forgot to add the comment. So yeah, after adding the comment, whatever the error it will be or another query it will be comment out. So the remaining query will be like this only. So let's just move at the bottom of it and see if there is any flag or not. Okay, we have seen flag over here, so let me just copy it. What is a flag is in the node file. The grid is grister left behind on the system. Now to perform this attack, let's just move back again to the learning part over here, where we have to see about the calling stored procedure and all. So as mentioned about the stack trace query can be used to call stored procedure or function within a database management system. You can think of stored procedure as extended function offered by the certain database system serving various purposes such as enhancing performance and security, encapsulating complex database logic. Now, this particular command xp underscore cmd shell, it will be used in active directory exploitation also. So xp underscore cmd shell is a system extended stored procedure in Microsoft SQL Server that enables the execution of operating system commands and perform from within SQL servers. It provides a mechanism for SQL Server to interact directly with the host operating system command cell. So, while it can be a powerful administrator tool, it can be a use for the security risk also. So, let me just directly get into this particular task and see how we can exploit it. Okay, this particular command has been executed as we didn't get any kind of server as SQL server messages over here. So let's just exploit it properly over here. Now they had given another one where we are executing SP configuration which shows some advanced option and reconfiguring it with executing SP configure with XP command shell over here. So how we can perform a remote code execution vulnerability with the help of SQL injection. Let's confirm if we have a remote code execution by attempting to execute searchutil.exe on the target machine. This command is a native Windows command line program installed as a part certificate services. It's a handy in engagement because it is a binary signed by Microsoft and allow us to make HTTPS connections. In our scenario, we can use it to make an HTTP request to download a file from a web server that we control to confirm that the command was executed. To set up this, let's create a malicious payload using MSF Venom, allowing us to eventually upgrade the SQL injection shells. So let's just use this. Okay, we have to use my IP over here. So let me just type it. So 10.10.47.207 space copy. Let me just open the terminal and hit enter. So it is creating a reverse.exe malicious file where it will be going to use it and perform a defacement attack. Okay, so change the lhost argument which we had performed it with because of my IP address. You can obtain your attack box IP address, and this way it will be take moment to generate it, but once it will be completed you will receive a created message of the reverse.exe files. Okay, but till that time, after establishing the reverse TCP connection of your IP with your payload created, we can set up a quick HTTP server using the attached box with this, see this particular file. So let me just copy it, new tab, Control Shift V, and hit enter. Okay, so we are running a Python server over here, and now we have to use the same command with my IP address over here. So let me just copy this, paste it over here. Okay, now before that, uh, it will be shown like this way. Okay, and you can use also this particular port nc-lv. So let me just start all with that. Okay, open new tab. Okay, okay, so we are running a netcat, a Python server, and we have generated a reverse.exe file. So for the better view, let me just full screen it. Okay, now let me get back to the browser and hit enter. Okay, as we can see that we didn't get any kind of SQL server error. So let me get back into this netcat. Okay, it will take some time. So as we can see, we had got a reverse back over here, and we can see in the Linux operating system, you can see that C Windows System 32 is over here. So it means that we had successfully get back a reverse shell over here with the help of these particular commands. So as you can see over here, so if I type a who am I, so let me just type it and check it out. Who am I? Okay, host name. Okay, this is not our host name, so we can get into the SQL servers over here. So restore the website. So we have to get back into the C's users also. So let me just get into that now. Let me use these commands directly. So dir. Okay, we have these particular directories. Okay, and then we have to move to cd desktop dir. Okay, so for the better look, let me just move it to here so you can see it. Okay, so we have over here a notes.txt. To check out, we can't use a cat over here, so we have to use a type notes and note.txt. Okay, so we have got this particular flag. And okay, what is the flag you receive on the home page after restoring the website? Now we have got the flag. Now we have to restore this particular file. So how we can restore this particular thing? So it is really simple. You can see a deface website.bat and restore website.bat, right? So we have to run this particular commands. So let me just type it. Okay, and let me just hit enter. So it says removing all the files and folders from C, inet, pub, and www. So that is that particular PHP files. So let me just get into our main hosting web page and hit enter. And you can see the website has the particular came into the original particular web page, and the defacement of the website has been removed. So this is the flag, and let me just copy it, paste it over here. Yes, we had finally solved the daytime challenge over here. So I hope you understand about SQL injection, how we can escalate to remote code execution vulnerability also. So I hope you understand what is SQL injection vulnerability is and how we have successfully restored the website for the today's challenge. For more amazing challenges are going to come. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'll see you in the next video. Till that time, goodbye and Jai Hind.